Run it back, nation. What is good? It is August 18th, 2025. So let's just go down some Sixers headlines for the day, and then maybe some general NBA headlines. Thanks for being here. Subscribe to the channel. Give me 1 million likes just for continuously putting out 76ers content when the market is bleak. One that caught my attention right when I typed in Sixers on YouTube today, or on Google today, was Sixers VJ Edgecombe considered wild card for Rookie of the Year. I mean, that's pretty obvious. He was the third pick in the draft. So, sure, if you go 1 and 2, number 3 would be a wild card. I probably have VJ Edgecombe at number 4. Behind Cooper Flagg, Dylan Harper, and Ace Bailey. But let's see what Sports Illustrated said about this, and you give me your thoughts in the comments. Call me a hater if you want to. I like the potential of VJ Edgecombe, but I don't see him coming close to winning Rookie of the Year. With the 2025-26 NBA season 2 months away, analysts have become making predictions for Rookie of the Year. Cooper Flagg, the number 1 pick in the 2025 draft, is considered a heavy favorite. Yeah, obviously, I think Cooper Flagg might be I think he might be an all-star. I think he might be the first rookie all-star since, I believe, Blake Griffin. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. Not only did the Dallas Mavericks land the number 1 pick, meaning Flagg joins a competitive team where he won't have to do it all as a rookie. Well, he's going to kind of have to do it all because Kyrie Irving is coming off of a torn ACL. Dylan Harper... You know what? I think I said the other day that I don't have Dylan Harper up there because of De'Aaron Fox and Stephen Castle. But I don't know, man. I could put VJ ahead of Dylan Harper. Where does Edgecombe stand? Still, Pelton named Philadelphia 76ers VJ Edgecombe as a wild card for the honor. There's a clearer path for Edgecombe if the Sixers pivot toward retaining their pick. Otherwise, headed to instead of trying. So they wrote this story saying that VJ Edgecombe is a wild card to win Rookie of the Year because they think the 76ers might intentionally tank again. That is a curveball that I did not expect. Shout out to Sports Illustrated for clickbaiting me right into that one. The Oklahoma City Thunder do own the 76ers 2026 first round pick, top 4 protected. This was due to the Al Horford trade years ago. Of course, they tanked hard last season to keep their selection. It was top 6 protected last year. That turned into a top 4 protected first round pick this upcoming season. So if the 76ers find themselves in the same situation, they could shamelessly tank once again to try to keep that top 4 protected pick. And if they do keep that pick this upcoming season, it would then turn into multiple second-round picks, I believe, the year after that. But you know, I guess I have to agree with the fact that if the 76ers try to tank intentionally, and maybe they sit Joel Embiid, Paul George, maybe they sit Tyrese Maxey again, then VJ Edgecombe would have a better chance at Rookie of the Year. I still think it would take a catastrophic Cooper Flagg injury for him to still get Rookie of the Year. I mean, putting up numbers on a tanking team doesn't really win you Rookie of the Year. If Cooper Flagg is putting up 25 points per game on a team that's in the playoffs, he's going to win Rookie of the Year anyway. So I don't think so. I guess if they tank again, he has a better chance. But nah, I don't even think it. Dude. I would put VJ Edgecombe winning Rookie of the Year at a very, very low odds because of Cooper Flagg. The Philadelphia backcourt rotation is crowded with Tyrese Maxey, Jared McCain, and of course Quentin Grimes, who they would like to bring back. 76ers drafted Edgecombe with the number 3 pick in the annual, and a 20-year-old averaged 15 points, 5 rebounds at Baylor. Yeah. So really, even if Cooper Flagg breaks his leg, knock on wood, hoping for that to not happen. Even if an injury would happen and VJ Edgecombe would, and the 76ers would try to tank, I still think it wouldn't be VJ Edgecombe because of Jared McCain and Quentin Grimes. You know, unless they sit down Quentin Grimes, Jared McCain. Nah. Let me know what you think of it. I don't think so. Next up, NBA 2K26 ratings illustrate Sixers Paul George's decline. Paul George's 2K26 rating has been revealed for the upcoming season. And yeah, Paul George, I believe, is rated an 81 on NBA 2K26. Again, a game that I don't play anymore, but it's fun to look at the ratings sometimes thinking about the upcoming season. The top 100 on 2K26, Paul George is number 92. Paul George is at number 92 on the top 100 players. He is among the likes of Josh Hart and Okongwu and Emmanuel Quickley and Andrew Nembhard. Alexander Sarr, who was the number 1 pick in the draft, or number 2 pick in the draft 2 years ago, is the same rating. I mean, Andrew Neesmith, Shaden Sharp, Bobby Portis. That is a pretty epic fall off for Paul George, who used to be an NBA superstar. But it doesn't shock me because last year, you know, 2K ratings take into account injury probability. And I mean, the games that Paul George missed last season, it was unbelievable. I mean, we're talking about a sore pinky, bro. The guy missed a month with a sore pinky, you know. And it brings me back to Daryl Morey. On a list of these players, Daryl Morey would still max Paul George out of any one of these guys, even though, you know, Andrew Nembhard, Josh Hart, you know, like, it's wild. It really is wild. Daryl Morey doesn't know who these guys are. He only knows big names. I'm starting to believe he only knows big names from 10 years ago. Draymond Green, Anthony Simons, CJ McCollum, DeJounte Murray, Drew Holiday, Herb Jones, Lou Dort, Will Kessler, Kamara, McDaniels. Of all the 81s, let me know in the comments. So let's do this. Of all the 81s on 2K26, who's the best one? Let's do that. Let me know in the comments. Out of Lou Dort, Herb Jones, Drew Holiday, DeJounte Murray, CJ McCollum, Anthony Simons, Draymond Green, Josh Hart, Paul George, Okongwu, Emmanuel Quickley, Nembhard, Joe Johnson, Alexander Sarr, Neesmith, Sharp, and Bobby Portis. Who's the best out of those players? I am going to go with Andrew Nembhard is the best player out of those players. And the player with the most potential out of those players is... Wait, not Herb Jones. I was thinking of... Who's the other player that plays for the Pelicans? Not Herb Jones. I was thinking of Murray. Murray. Where's Murray at? Trey Murphy. That's who I was thinking of. Trey Murphy. Trey Murphy is an 82, so he doesn't fall into that category. So I'm going Andrew Nembhard. Trey Murphy's a steal, and I would have loved for the 76ers to be able to trade their number 3 pick this year for Trey Murphy. I said it a million times. But they couldn't pull that off, or Daryl Morey never tried to pull that off. But there's that. Give me your thoughts on the Paul George 2K rating. It's accurate. It has to be there because of his injuries last season. And really just the lack of competitive nature that he showed, or the lack of care, or the lack of, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, if he had a headache one day, he'd be like, yeah, I'm not playing. If Joel Embiid and Tyrese Maxey were out, Paul George would just be out with no injury listed at all. He just showed no real will or desire to be consistent last season. So an 81, I think, is accurate for Paul George. There's a couple things I want to say on the NBA news front before I get out of here. I wanted to say this. Angel Reese puts out a shoe, okay? And I have a question. Angel Reese puts out a signature Reebok basketball shoe. And she says, you know, I want to be like how they wear Jordans everywhere. I want people to wear the Angel Reese ones everywhere and just be a household name. And I commend her confidence. I commend Angel Reese's confidence. But this is just not possible because of the demographic. Less than 20% of women, less than 20% of athletic shoe sales in general are women. So how could you possibly get your basketball shoe to the level of how everybody wears Jordans when you are a female basketball player? I'm just asking. I believe in equality and all that type of stuff. I'm just asking, who does Reebok think is buying the shoe? Because, number one, men aren't buying the shoe. There's not a single man that's going to go, well, there probably are, but it's a couple. That's going to go, I'm going to buy the Angel Reese ones. All right? And then women account for less than 20% of athletic shoe sales in general. So how would it even be mathematically possible for you to sell this shoe on the level of really any NBA shoe, let alone the Jordans? I don't even think you could sell an Angel Reese higher than Joel Embiid's Skechers, who nobody's buying. Who's buying that? Who has the Joel Embiid Skechers shoes besides the 25 Joel Embiid stan pages on Twitter? Nobody else owns them, and they're still going to sell more than the Angel Reese Reebok shoe. And I'm just talking general percentages. I think it'll sell. It'll sell good. It'll probably be the highest selling WNBA shoe ever, but it still won't touch a male basketball shoe because the numbers just can't get there. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. We are definitely in the off season when I'm giving my opinion on a WNBA player's signature shoe. There was something else in NBA Central that I wanted to comment on. Oh yeah, I had this question yesterday, and I want to ask you guys. I keep seeing these big three clips, and I keep seeing, you know, the drama between Beasley and Lance Stevenson, and this is becoming a reality show of viral clips, basically. But who really watches the big three? You know what I mean? Let me know if I'm in the minority here. I think the big three is generating viral clips on the internet, and I hope they're making some money off of it, but I've never heard anybody say, yo, put on the big three tournament. I think that sadly, this is where we're coming with media in general. Sports media, particularly, is generating viral clips, but nobody's really watching it. NBA ratings are down every year. The NBA is generating viral clips, but less and less people are sitting down and watching a whole game. I just don't really understand who's watching the big three. Is there anything else I wanted to talk about? Oh, look, Ocho Cinco, big three celebrity game, 0 points. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Good performance for Chad Ocho Cinco there. Some Kuminga stuff. NBA players, if they were bald. I don't think there's anything else. Swaggy P versus Pat Bev. Who's watching this stuff, man? Who's watching this stuff, man? Nikola Jokic reverse dunk. There you go. There's my takes on all of the recent Sixers and NBA news. I hope this video served you at least a little bit of entertainment in the middle of your day. I'll talk to you soon.